Hi, welcome to Code.io. This is day 26 of 100 days of code, and the question for today is called special array reversal. Let me just read the question first, we'll then go over the approach and try to code this. So, given a string S containing special characters and all alphabets, reverse the string without affecting the positions of the special characters. So, this is the question statement. So, what are they trying to tell? You are given a string S, right? Okay, so given a string S, and in this example we have the string a ampersand x and hash. Okay, so you have two alphabets and two special characters here. A and x are the alphabets, ampersand and hash are the special characters, right? So you're supposed to reverse the string, but you're not supposed to change the positions of the special characters. So we have these two alphabets, right, a and x. Only their positions is going to be reversed, and your resultant string would be x ampersand a hash. So this is the expected outcome. Okay, so how exactly are we going to do this? Let me just rewrite this string here, a ampersand x and hash. Okay, so you are going to have two pointing variables, right, and those are going to start from the two ends of the string. Okay, I'll name one as I and another one as j. Okay, so I should be starting from 0 and j should be starting from length of the string -1. Okay, that will be their indices. So we have these two pointing variables, and you are going to see if your current value of I is an alphabet. Okay, is s of I an alphabet? S of I is actually an alphabet, so you are going to stay right there, and you are going to see similarly that is s of j an alphabet. In this case s of j is not an alphabet, so what you're going to do is that you're going to move the j pointer. I'm sorry, what this is, it should be erasing properly. Okay, fine. So you are going to move your j pointer to the previous character. Okay, j minus minus, that is what you're going to do. Okay, so now j is pointing at x and I is pointing at a, and in this case both these characters are actually alphabets. So what you're going to do, you are going to swap these two characters. So once you swap them, you will have the string x ampersand a and hash, right? And after doing a swap, you are going to move this I pointer to the next character and j pointer to the previous character. Okay, so I would be pointing at ampersand and j would be pointing at ampersand as well. Both I and j would be pointing at ampersand, and at this point you will just stop your iteration, and that is it. Okay, so the approach is quite simple. You are having two pointers I and j, and they are starting from the two ends of the string. If you encounter a special character, you will skip over it, and if both these pointers have an alphabet, you are going to swap them, and you are going to do this until these two pointers meet. Okay, so the condition would be I less than j. I less than j. So this is the condition, and up until this condition is met, you are going to skip the special characters and swap these characters that are present at string of I and string of j. So this is the logic. Now we'll move to Geeks for Geeks and try to program this. So here we are in Geeks for Geeks, and I'll leave the link to this question in the description, so you can try to solve this after watching this video. So we are supposed to complete this method called reverse, which is accepting a string and is also going to return a string. Okay, so as we discussed in the approach, we are going to have a couple of pointing variables. One being I, which is going to start from 0, and another one being j, which is going to start from the last character of the string. So str.size -1, which would be the index of the last character. Okay, and you are going to iterate through the string, right? So the condition is that I less than j. So I'm going to use a while loop for that, and the condition would be I less than j. Okay, and you are going to see if your current character pointed by I is a special character. Okay, so how exactly are we going to do that? That is a method called isAlpha in the C++ library, right? So the isAlpha method would return a 1 if the character that you're passing is actually an alphabet. Okay, and it would return 0 if it is not an alphabet. Okay, so I'm going to see if the current character is not an alphabet. So I'm just using an exclamatory mark, not operator. So it would see if the current character is not an alphabet. Is alpha of str of I. Okay, so if the control of the program has to come into this if condition, it means that your current character is not an alphabet. So in that case, you can increment the value of I because it is not a alphabet, meaning that it is a special character. So you can increment the value of I and you can just straight away give continue. Moving on to the next iteration, right? And similarly, you're also going to do the same thing for the character pointed by j, right? So not of is alpha of str of j. Okay, so if the character pointed by j is not an alphabet, you are going to do j minus minus and also continue. Okay, you are just moving to the next iteration, right? So these two are done and we are going to have an else clause, meaning that both these conditions are not met, meaning we have a character which is not a special character at I, we also have not a special character at j, meaning both these are alphabets. In that case, you are going to just swap, right? So swap of str of I comma str of j, and obviously you are going to move the values of I pointer and j pointer because both these characters have been processed at this time, and you are going to move these pointers closer to each other. Okay, so that is it, and at the end of the while loop you can just return the string str and it's done. Okay, so now we'll try to run this and see if it works. The code is working perfectly fine and all test cases have passed. Hope you understood this logic. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll get back to you. And if you have solved this, post it on LinkedIn and tag me and probably see it. Okay, thank you so much for watching. See you on tomorrow's episode of 100 Days of Code. Bye for now.